Morning, everyone, and welcome to another exciting edition of Blockchain World, a weekly educational series brought to you by Digital Assets Management Academy that is based in Garki, Abuja. Today is Wednesday, June 4th, 2025, and we're excited to have you with us for a truly foundational session. The title of today's program is Getting Started, Create a Wallet and Buy Your First Cryptocurrency. So before we delve in, let's take a moment to reflect on last week's eye-opening discussion. The topic of last week was Beyond Trading, Unlocking Passive Income Stream on Centralized Crypto Exchanges. So in that session, we explored how to earn passively through features like staking, savings, lending, and referral programs on centralized crypto platforms. It was a reminder that in the digital economy, income is not limited to active trading. There are smart ways to earn while you sleep. So today, we shift our focus. We go back to the basics. A basic perfect for beginners or anyone looking to start their journey into cryptocurrency. Our topic for today is getting started, create a wallet and buy your first cryptocurrency. So we'll take you through the practical steps you need to take your first blockchain space. So in today's program, we're going to be on a strictly practical. It's going to be strictly practical, and leading us as usual is Mr. Moses Obaje, our digital prof, a respected instructor at Digital Assets Management Academy, Dama, and a leading voice in crypto education. Mr. Obaje, it is nice having you once again.
Thank you, Mr. Ibrahim. Happy to be here. Good morning, listeners. You're all welcome.
Thank you, Mr. Obaje. I remain Ibrahim Umarwasi, and with me is Mr. Tochukwu Raphael Otrasi. Welcome, Mr. Otrasi.
Welcome. Thank you very much.
So, welcome, Mr. Otrasi. So, whether you are here to learn, ask, or just observe, well, we're glad to have you. Be sure to keep your microphone muted and feel free to share your question in the chat. We'll cover them during the question and answer session. Now, let's get ready to unlock the first practical chapter of our crypto journey. Welcome once again. As I said earlier, in today's session, we will journey into the practical doorways of the crypto revolution, wallets, and how to begin your crypto journey. We have with us seasoned guided instructor at the Digital Assets Management Academy, Mr. Obaje, that will guide us through the journey step by step. So, Mr. Obaje, first thing first, remind the audience what a wallet is. Why is it so crucial in the cryptocurrency ecosystem?
All right, once again, you're welcome to this session. Thank you, Mr. Ibrahim, for giving me this opportunity to speak. Now, you said what a wallet is, and literally, every one of us should know what a wallet is. Basically, it is where we put some of our currencies, practically, maybe our identity cards for safety reasons. But in the cryptocurrency world, a wallet is a tool that allows you to store, send, and receive digital currencies like Bitcoin, like Ethereum, all right, like Scan AI, and so many other coins and tokens that you might know as far as the digital currencies are concerned. So, but unlike a traditional wallet that holds physical cash, a crypto wallet doesn't store coins directly. Yes, I just want to make some things clear. Unlike your traditional wallet that when you put in your cash, it holds the cash physically. You can see the cash. All right. But in a crypto wallet, it doesn't store your coins or your assets directly. What the wallet does is that it stores the private keys of your wallet, and that private keys is what gives you access to your cryptocurrencies on the blockchain, because your currencies are stored not in the wallet but on the blockchain. So, like I said, it only stores your private keys, and without those private keys you cannot access your cryptocurrencies on the blockchain. So whatever cryptocurrency you have is not directly stored in the wallet, but it is stored in on the blockchain. So that being said, let's look at some key concepts. I made mention of private key, right? So that people will not come back and ask me what is a private key. Now, a private key is a secret code that proves ownership of your crypto assets and allows you to authorize transactions. It is a code which proves that you are the owner of the crypto assets that is on the blockchain, and by so doing gives you the authority to carry out transactions on the blockchain. Then we also have what is called a public key or public address. Now, like your bank account, if you don't have a bank account number, there is no way money can be sent into your account, or money can be sent out of your account. So, your public key or public address is the address that people or those who are dealing in crypto assets can use to send you assets. So it's more or less like your bank account number. Your bank account number. And like I said, blockchain on its own, it's the actual network where your crypto lives. It's the actual network where your crypto lives. Wallets just manage access to where your crypto lives. Wallets are just like the key to the vault. Now, I'm trying to break this down so that when we get into the practical aspect, we will not find it difficult. Now, there are different types of wallets. There are the wallets we call hot wallets, which are connected to the internet, which you must be online to use them. There are wallets that are called cold wallets. All right, they are offline wallets. Those are the two basic types of wallets we have: the hot wallet and then the cold wallet. Now, examples of the hot wallet has to do with MetaMask, Trust Wallet, Coinbase Wallet, and the rest. The Solana Phantom Wallet, built on the Solana network. We have Soulflare Wallet. You understand? These are different types of wallets. All right? And what are the pros and cons? One of the advantage of the hot wallet is that it is easy to use and it can be used for daily transactions, daily transactions. And then one of the disadvantage is that it is vulnerable to hacks. We talked about scam, all right? Some other time in the past. They are vulnerable to hacking if not secured properly. If you do not secure your wallet properly, then it is vulnerable to be hacked. While the cold wallet, which is more of an offline wallet, like the ledger, all right, which we call them hardware wallets, like the paper wallets, okay? When I say paper wallets, you'll be wondering, how can it, okay? These are wallets that you can touch. They are not on the internet, all right? That's why we call them cold. They are not on the internet. Now, writing your security passphrase on a paper makes it physical. All right. So, but what is the greatest advantage of the code? Very secure. It is ideal for long-term storage. But one of the disadvantage of the cold wallet is that it is less convenient for frequent transactions. For frequent transactions, it is less convenient for frequent transactions. So, because we are going into the practical aspect, I will continue to break it down because when we get to the practical sections, you will get to understand what I've been talking about. Because I will do less of talking when we go to the practical section. Now, how does a wallet work? How does it work? We are going to do the practical. This is just the theoretical. Number one, you install or set up a wallet. And when you install and set up a wallet, it generates a pair of keys, which we call the public key or public address. And this key is for receiving, all right? When you are about to receive digital assets, cryptocurrencies from another wallet or from another blockchain network, the public keys is what is used for receiving, and it gives you private control. So when someone sends you crypto or digital asset, it goes to your public address. It goes to your public address. Now, to spend, when you want to spend or you want to move this cryptocurrency that has been sent to you, you sign the transaction using your private key. All right? These are two different keys now. The public key and the private key. The public key is for reception, while the private key is for signing out transactions. So it is for sending out transactions. Now, these are important notes that you need to take. If you lose your private key, which is normally called recovery phrase, you lose access to your funds permanently. You lose access to your funds forever. Forever. All right? So, in a clear term, once it is not your keys, it is not your coins. Once you don't have those keys, you don't have the coins. And that is why we say crypto assets held in centralized exchanges is technically not fully under your control unless you move it to a private wallet. Like we all know, we talked about the centralized exchanges some time ago, just like Bybit, all right, Binance, Gate.io, Mexi, and the rest of them. When you have your crypto assets on such exchanges, you do not have total control of your crypto assets, except when you move it to a private wallet. So that is a little introduction with regards to what a wallet is, all right, and how it is being established as a storage means of your digital assets. Thank you, Mr. Ibrahim. Over to you.
Thank you very much, sir, for this introduction. So far, we've learned that a crypto wallet is a digital tool that allows users to store, send, and receive cryptocurrency like your mobile bank, but for blockchain. And we also learn about the differences between private key and I forget the other name. Excellent, Mr. Okaje. Now that we have understood, So, now that we have understood what a wallet is, let's take it a step further, because owning a wallet is one side of the coin. The real journey is knowing how to start. So what are some key procedures for starting the cryptocurrency journey? For those watching from Nigeria, for example, how does one step into the, how can you motivate us? You know, the economy in Nigeria is very hard. So what are some key procedures for starting the cryptocurrency journey?
All right, thank you once again, Mr. Ibrahim. Now, I just want us to know this morning that starting your cryptocurrency journey can be exciting. It's quite exciting, all right? Because you are out on an adventure to learn new skills, to gain more knowledge. You are into another realm of exploiting assets, all right? And that's why we call them digital assets. So it's quite exciting, but it's important to take a methodical and informed approach. Yes, there are approaches that are a must for you to take, even when you are going on that exciting journey. Now, number one, when you are starting your cryptocurrency journey, the first thing you need to do is educate yourself. Educate yourself. Because before you go into investing, you need to understand what is cryptocurrency. Okay? Maybe like we know Bitcoin, I will continue to use Bitcoin because it's the coin that is so pronounced that everybody, when you mention Bitcoin, even though the person does not know anything about digital assets, he has a knowledge, he knows the name, all right? So you need to know what is cryptocurrency, what is Bitcoin, what is Ethereum, and then you need to know what is blockchain technology. You need to know blockchain technology. So also you need to know the use cases of cryptocurrencies. Like we know, cryptocurrencies are a store of value. You need to know that. You need to know about decentralized finance. You need to know about non-fungible tokens. You need to know about smart contracts, etc. All right? The crypto space is a very wide spectrum of knowledge. Now, another thing you need to know under educating yourself, you need to know the risks involved. You need to know that it is a volatile system. You need to know about scams. You need to know about regulatory changes when you are dealing with centralized exchanges. And you need to have resources. What do I mean by resources? I'm not talking of financial resource. You need to have books that you can contact for knowledge. You need to have YouTube channels that you can contact. You need to read crypto news, websites, okay? that, for example, CoinDesk, Cointelegram, and online courses. Just like Dama Academy is offering knowledge with regards to cryptocurrency, you can be part and parcel of Dama so that you can partake in some of these courses that are offered. Some are free, some are paid courses. Is that okay? So you need resources. And then number two, when you are going on that journey, you need to choose a secured wallet. We just talked about wallets. It's very, very important. You need a secured wallet. Like I made mention of hot wallet or cold wallet. But for the sake of this training this morning, we are going to concentrate on hot wallets. All right, because the cold wallets are sometimes very, very cumbersome to deal with. So you need to start with hot wallets and with small amounts, just small amounts. Then you can transition to cold wallets for better security when you want to deal with very huge amounts. And then on this journey, you need to pick a reputable exchange. What do I mean by exchange? Maybe centralized exchange or decentralized exchange. All right. You need to use a well-established platform to buy and sell your crypto assets or cryptocurrency. All right. We have a lot of them, but the most renowned one is Bitcoin, Bybit, Mexi, and the rest of them. Now, for centralized exchanges, like I said, they are meant where you as a person can go and buy and sell your crypto assets. Then decentralized exchanges, where we have Uniswap, PancakeSwap, all right, Radium and the rest of them, you require a crypto wallet, not a centralized exchange, but this time around, a crypto wallet. And that's why, but for beginners, the tip is you need to start with centralized exchanges before you move to the decentralized exchange, just like we mentioned in our previous meetings, because there are a lot of nitty-gritties that you will learn using the centralized exchange. So when you move to the decentralized, you will not have a lot of challenges. All right.
Mr. Obaje, are you still with us?
Mr. Obaje, are you still with us? Mr. Obaje, are you still with us?
Mr. Obaje, have you lost connection with us?
Sorry, I'm back. I had network glitch.
Okay, continue, sir.
All right, thank you very much. Okay, like I was saying, I said you need to complete your KYC verification, which is called Know Your Customer. KYC means Know Your Customer verification, because most centralized exchanges requires your identity verification because they are much centralized. They are being controlled by governments, okay? You need to have a proof of address, all right? And then maybe possibly a photo or a video verification. And this step is essential for security and compliance with regulations of countries or locations where these centralized crypto exchanges are functioning from. So that being said, now the fifth thing you need to do on your crypto journey is you need to fund your account. After passing the KYC, you need to fund your account. All right? Then you need to deposit your fiat, all right, be it USD, be it Euro, be it Naira, all right, be it Ghana cedis. It can be via bank transfer. It can be via what we call P2P, peer-to-peer transfer. It can be via your credit or debit card. All right. And once your account is funded, you can buy cryptocurrencies. All right. You can buy cryptocurrencies. So, and then once you have made your deposit from a fiat currency to now a digital currency or a cryptocurrency, now you can choose to make your first purchase. All right. You can choose to make your first purchase. You can choose any of the coins, any of the tokens based on knowledge. All right. If you want to give it a trial, you might want to go and buy. Okay, I've been hearing Bitcoin, and you can go and buy Bitcoin because you are now eligible to do that. So you can make your first purchase once you have deposited into the centralized exchange. Then you can now transfer to your wallet. After buying, if you are holding for a long term, transfer your crypto from the exchange to your personal wallet for better security. So that's how the journey it takes. And then make sure you enable security measures where you need two-factor authenticator. Make sure you do that. Where you need to back up your recovery phrase and private keys, you can do that. And then I would advise, use unique passwords for all crypto-related accounts and let it be highly secured and secretive. Because one of the challenges people face is that I might come on Binance. I might come on Binance and use one password. Now I decide to go on Bybit. I'll go and use another password on Bybit. I'm going to MEXC. I'll go and use another password for MEXC. Now you are taking too much. That if you are not a good record keeper, time will come that you need to access those exchanges because you have funds there and you cannot access them because you've used a lot of passwords. You are trying to use password for Binance on Bybit, it will not work. But when you have a kind of a centralized password, a unique password that you use on your crypto-related accounts, it will be easier for you to access such accounts at any point in time. And then also track your portfolio. On your journey, use apps to track your portfolio, be it CoinGecko, CoinMarketCap, DEX Tools, DEX Screener, and what have you. Because this will help you monitor prices and it will help you monitor your holdings in real time. Because there are people who buy these assets just as an investment over a period of time and they have a target, maybe they are looking for 10x or 100x or 1000x. And once you are not tracking your portfolio via these applications I've just mentioned, you might not know when the cryptocurrency is appreciating. You might not even know when to sell. And like we said, it's a volatile market. The price must have gone to where you want to take profit. And because you've not been tracking your portfolio, the price now begins to retrace. All right? And because you are not monitoring, you might not really get to cash out as at when you needed to do so. So always track your portfolio in the course of this journey. And I think lastly, before we go to the practical session, I will advise that you join crypto communities. On the journey, join crypto communities, Reddit, Twitter, Telegram, Discord, WhatsApp. As far as it is a crypto community, join them, okay? And then try as much as possible when you are on centralized exchanges, follow regulatory changes in that country. Because at every point in time, you will be seeing regulatory changes coming up. That's why you see that updates are always available for exchanges and wallets. And then continuously evaluate your investments and your risk exposure. Like we know, it is a volatile market. Okay? learn to explore decentralized finance, lending, staking, yield farming, and what have you. You can participate in non-fungible tokens, okay, in arts, collectibles, gamings, and what have you. Then you should learn technical analysis. It's very, very important, most especially for those who want to embark on trading. Learn technical analysis, how to analyze the market, okay, and always explore ecosystems. Explore ecosystems, all right? Like Ethereum, Solana, Avalanche, Bitcoin. Just explore exchanges, but stay informed. Stay informed. All right, thank you, Mr. Ibrahim. Let me stop here since we are more of a practical class today. All right, thank you.
Our digital chief. That was a nice one. That was a good highlight of a step-by-step process of the crypto journey. Now, today's session is going to be practical, and you have highlighted, first of all, the first step to take if you want to go into the crypto journey, and that is the step of education. Because some of us who did not know about this before, who are still novice, who know little about it, it is dangerous to just step into the venture and start doing what we like. We must follow who know road and follow those who are experts in the thing, and you are one of them. So you talked about public and private keys. Before we go into the practical, could you, I didn't get what you said when you were talking about public and private keys. Could you enlighten us more on that before we go into the practicals? The public and private keys.
Your public key is a key that you can send to anyone. Let me break it down that way. It's a key that you can send to anyone so you can use to receive assets. All right? That's why you hear people talk about wallet address. Send me your wallet address. That's the public key. All right? Without the public key, you cannot receive digital assets from any wallet. Every wallet that exists has a public key. Now, the private key is what you use to approve transactions. I want to send tokens to you, Mr. Tochukwu. Without the private key, I cannot do that. Though it is encoded. All right? The private key is encoded. You don't need to come and begin to type them, all right, for you to process that. And that's why they are called your security pass phrase. They are encoded. By the time you give approval, all right, those keys are that which is required for that transaction to go out. Without your security passphrase, no transaction will leave your wallet. And that's why we say once you lost your private key, you're out of business. You lost everything. You cannot have access to any of your tokens or any of your coins. So they are it's just like you just giving a check out. All right, you must sign the check before the person can cash out. So without the private keys, you cannot approve transactions via your wallet. Thank you.
Well understood. Now I want to remind those who are here with us that our digital chief talked about education. Before you start the process of crypto, you must educate yourself on the terminologies that mark the crypto or digital assets, something like the blockchain and centralized and decentralized exchange. Now, all of these have been dealt with in our past episodes. That's why I dropped something now, the links to our YouTube channel, Diaspora Digital Media. When you go there, just view, have at your disposal time, watch and view, listen to the ones we have done in the past so that you have an idea of all these things because they are part of the process of the crypto or the digital asset world. Now, let us go into the main thing that we have today, which is the how to open a wallet. How to open a wallet. So, Digital Chief, could you guide us through this process?
All right. I'm going to be navigating through my devices. I am on my laptop, right? But I'll be using my phones to do that because most of the wallets are much more friendly with our Android and iOS devices. So that being said, let me see which device, so that if it is not yet, sorry, let me check. Okay, I have one of my devices by name Blessed. Can Blessed be made co-host, please? Can Blessed be made co-host so that I can share my screen from there? Because I'll be sharing my screen as we go through the practical process. I'm still waiting. If Blessed can be made co-hosts. I'm still waiting.
All right, she's now a co-host. Can continue.
Okay, Blessed is now a co-host. Let me confirm. All right, thank you very much. Okay, that being said, let me stop my video sharing at the moment.